What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today I want to talk about competition. Okay? Now, when people think of competition nowadays, a lot of people confuse competition with hating, right? But I believe there's a big difference between the two. Big difference between the two. Hating is, I call hating an illogical dislike. That's how I consider hating. Illogical dislike. You don't like somebody, but there's no logical reason for you not to like them, right? Just when people say just because all that stuff, right? But competition to me, for me, is a kind of a form of admiration. Competition for me, it shows me that there are people in this world who I can openly admit are doing better than I at that particular moment, or who have a level of skill or execution that is at the moment beyond my own. And I take it as a blessing. I see that as something to be celebrated, because that means that I don't have a reason to be complacent with my current level. If I know that there's always somebody out there in the world, whether I know them or not, that does something that I admire, that I too want to do or develop positively, but they're doing it on a level that is astonishing and I admire it, I hope to one day achieve that level. Not because of them, but for my own edification, for my own benefit. Because it makes me a better person to know that there's somebody out there who is doing something bigger than I. That means I have something to achieve. I have a goal. I always have a goal in mind. Now, some people seek this competition out, you know, very boisterously, very loudly, demonstrative. Me, I call it I have a quiet competitive spirit. That means that I won't go around, pardon me, back to what I was saying. Some people show their competitive fire, their competitive spirit outwardly. They're very boisterous. They're very just outgoing with it. They like to let it be known about that they see somebody's competition and they want to go after that particular goal. Me, I'm more internal. Okay, I will see something or someone that I legitimately admire, because I believe to see someone as competition means you have a certain level of admiration for them. Okay, so if I see like a painter that I admire and I want to get better, and I know that there's a level that I want to reach, I would take that in, and the competitive juices would start to build and flow, and then I will work towards trying to achieve that particular level. Not to be just like that particular artist, but to be comfortable in the fact that my skill has grown. Okay, every year I want to see progression in my skills and talents every year, and I have, because throughout the year I always see someone that is at another level. So I know, okay, when I've reached a certain level, who else or what else do I look for to reach? Because I know there's someone out there. I know there's an art style that I like that I want to try. I know there's a painter that I admire and I want to elevate my skills. Things like that. I know they're out there. All I have to do is find them. They're not going to find me. I have to go seek them and find them and look at their work and see where I measure and see how can I elevate myself to where I feel, okay, I've grown from one year to the next. If you if you're not seeking growth, however you get it, you know, everybody's different. But for me, I find my growth through competition that I seek. But however you see, if you can't see growth from one year to the next in whatever field you choose, then you need to take a look at yourself. Because whatever field you're in, whatever subject you like, whatever thing you like to do, whomever you admire, there's always a level beyond that. There's always a level beyond that. And as long as you know that there's a level beyond that, and as long as you have the urge to reach for a new level, you will never be bored. Because when you feel as though there's no more competition, you become stagnant. You become bored. You don't want to do it anymore. But as long as you know that there's something to reach for beyond your current level, then you will never be bored, because every single day you will try to reach that goal and then surpass that goal. So competition is beautiful. Competition doesn't have to be, oh, I have to tear this person down to build myself up. No. That to me that's not competition. To me that's hate. To me that's hate when you want to tear somebody down to build yourself up. That's hate. Competition is not, to me, it's not about that. Competition is more internal than external. It's more inside yourself than outside. Competition is seeing where you are, or knowing where you are, being honest with yourself and knowing where you are, and saying to yourself, you know what? I want to get better at X, Y, and Z. And how do I get better at X, Y, and Z if I don't have a standard to meet? See, after Michael Jordan, well, before Michael Jordan came onto the scene, who people saying they wanted to be like? But as soon as Jordan came on the scene, everybody wanted to be like Mike. They made a song about it, commercials about it, all that stuff. Like Mike, if I can be like Mike. That means that he was a certain standard that those who aspire to become athletes, mainly basketball players, would hope to reach one day. Some people close, some people no. But when you have a standard that you can look up to, you say, okay, I have something to reach for. I got something to reach for. I admire this person's skills so much so that I'm going to take a piece of this person that I admire, this person that I admire, this person, and put it all together and internalize it, and then I will develop myself, develop my skills to this particular level. Once I do that and I have reached a certain level, then I'm going to realize that there are more people, there are some more people around you in this world who have reached that level also, and who have surpassed that level. So once you know that, you say, okay, I still got a lot more to learn. There's a lot more to do. So I'm always going to be competitive. I'm competitive with myself first. Then I find representations of that competitive spirit that I want to reach. I say, okay, I got a goal now. I want to do this in this amount of time. I want to score this. I want to draw this. I want to make this. I want to do this by this age. You have a certain barometer. You have a certain standard that as long as you keep in the forefront of your mind, before you know it, all the goals that you have set for yourself, and some you didn't even know about, you will have met and surpassed, and you didn't realize because you had a goal in mind. You know, I say, always reach for the stars. So even if you fail, you land on the moon. What that simply means is, the metaphor is, the stars are so far beyond your reach that if you set yourself to that particular goal and that competitive spirit kicks in order to reach those stars, you would have to reach all the other things in between where you are and the stars. And before you know it, before you reach the nearest star, you would have reached the moon. Because astronomically, It's the earth, there's the moon, and there's the stars. Okay? But if you reach for the stars, even if you don't reach the stars, you have accomplished a great amount of things because of what you've done in between the earth and the stars. That's the metaphor. That's the analogy, right? So if you always reach for the stars. So even if you fail, you will at least land on the moon. Okay? And that comes through that competitive spirit, that competitive fire, that will to keep pushing yourself, however you see it, to keep pushing yourself to improve, not to tear someone down. That's not it. No. You want to have that competitive spirit to improve yourself, to put yourself at a different level each time you try something. Okay? That's what it's all about. So I just wanted to put that out there. Hope y'all enjoy it. Catch you all later. Peace.